Hello, this is Angelia with today's wisdom. Today's wisdom comes from Daily Buddhist Wisdom. It is very important that you do not compare your actions to your partner's or judge your partner's behavior as unskillful. And sometimes in relationships, we do that, don't we? We think, well, I would have done it this way, but they didn't do that, so they're wrong. Why do they do it the way they do it? And of course, the answer to that is the way they grew up, the way they've learned, whatever. And you shouldn't judge your partner's behavior as unskillful. And that's a hard one for me sometimes, because my husband's mother and father were from the country, and they just kind of let him run wild. And his mother is a very self-centered person and really didn't teach them much of anything. So the ways they developed to do things were just ways a child figured out how to do things on their own. And I had to learn, from parents, grandparents, and things, the way to do things. So my ways I consider to be right, and his are like weird. So that's a hard one for me. But it's not good, and it can cause problems between the two of you. Rather, focus on your own actions and take responsibility for them. And that's really all you can do. You can't control anyone else's behavior. You can only control your own behavior and how you react to things. Recall those times when you looked into your partner's eyes and saw the pain you caused this person you love to suffer. And we've all hurt each other's feelings. So if you can get to that point and realize, well, I haven't always been like the most perfect person ever. I can let this go. If you can admit your own faults, if you can see how hurtful your actions were, and tap into a sense of concern for your partner's well-being, then compassion and loving friendliness will flow. And that's important in a relationship, because we all hurt each other, because we don't live in each other's skins, we don't see out of each other's eyes. We're from our own experience, and that's where we come from and how we deal with other people. So something we say that we think is perfectly innocent and fine might be really hurtful to the other person. And of course we don't know that until they tell us that. And if we didn't mean it that way, like, oh, I didn't mean it that way at all, I can't believe you took it that way. But that's not a good way to say that. You can just say, oh, well, that's not how I meant it, and I'm sorry you felt that way about it. If you love your partner, which, they're your partner, you should, right? Then you are concerned for their well-being, and you should want to make sure they are well. That's something, like I said, if you go to couples counseling, you learn how each other kind of tick, and you know what, there is a little sticky problem areas, and you learn, where they might need some help. They might need you to help them, and you might need some help from them in certain ways. And then, you can have compassion for each other, because nobody had the perfect life, perfect upbringing. That would be amazing. But loving friendliness. And it's like I said, I've never been in a serious relationship with someone I wasn't friends with first, because I believe that's important. Now, there was this guy, and I said, I'm glad we're friends. And he went off the deep end thinking, someone explained it to me, because I'd never heard that before. Evidently, there's what guys think of as a friend zone. And if you put in the friend zone, then you don't ever get anywhere further. And I'm going to tell you guys, that's nuts. No offense. But I wouldn't be in a serious relationship with anyone I wasn't friends with first. We got to be good friends, and on from there. And I think that's important, because I think if you don't have that friendship first, then, that romantic love or whatever, that's going to die off. Let's just face that fact. That sparkly newness, is mostly hormones and chemicals. So, when that dies off, there better be some bedrock beneath that to support a relationship. They are probably your best friends, so let your loving friendliness flow. And that's from Bhante, Henepola, Gunaratana, from 8 Mindful Steps to Happiness. Think about it. Please like and share this wisdom so we can spread it around the world. If you want to help me out, go subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you want to help me out even more, go to my Patreon page and become a patron. That's all for now. Until next time.